Yo, what's going on, guys? You guys know it's Coach Ant. Give me 1 second here. Let me just shoot a nice little text message blast to everybody. I'm live. Okay, what's going on, guys? So it is No Days Off November, episode 2. Mondays through Fridays, I will be going live around 10 p.m. Eastern time. Today's Saturday. I decided to go live a little bit earlier. I woke up at 6 in the morning. Okay, it's already 8 o'clock at night over here. And I'm like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this live stream while I still have some energy. You know what I mean? I'm actually drinking a Celsius over there. Shout out to Celsius. I'm actually drinking a Celsius over here, trying to keep myself energized as I go ahead and do this No Days Off November. Today's video is going to be for pure beginners, or for those of you boxing enthusiasts out there who just love the fundamentals, right? Because the fundamentals is key. I'm going ahead and chop it up with you guys. I'm going to definitely get into this. And if you're not watching this live, it's all good. You know what I mean? You're going to gain some value from this. We're going to cover everything from the basic boxing stance. We're going to talk about the stance. We're going to talk about the basic jab. And we're going to talk about the cross. Okay, and I'm going to do everything from an orthodox stance. So if you're a southpaw, right, you're going to have to do everything from the other side. Now, this is how I teach people when they come to my gym, CA Boxing Gym, 221 Broad Street, Florence, New Jersey. To all my people in New Jersey, if you guys want to go ahead and train with me, train with Fast Eddie Chambers in real time. You know what I mean? No more just YouTube, real time. This is where we're at. We're actually open to the public, and we're doing great. We're doing great. We're picking up day by day. It's just super dope. And I just decided, you know what? For No Days Off November this year, now that I'm in the gym, we could do demonstrations. Hold on 1 second. I hate you, dog. You know that, right? You know I hate you, right? Listen, I'll talk to you later, okay? All right, bye. See you later, pal. So that was one of my big fans, Natalie Dove, okay? Natalie Dove is one of my biggest fans, and I just wanted to, shout her out, man. So big shout out to my big fan, Natalie Dove. So listen, this is what we're doing. So we're going to go ahead and focus on the basic stance. We're going to focus on the jab. We're going to focus on the cross. Oh, my bad. My train of thought just got messed up. See, I'm doing this live, man. I got people trolling me. It's crazy. All right, so check it out. So for me, personally, well, you know what? Before I go ahead and do that, let me just say what's up to some of y'all. Let me go ahead and say what's up to some of y'all, man. We got my man Money Stacks in the building. What's going on, champ? Playboy, what's going on, champ? El Fortudo, okay. I used to box with you in Delran. Well, you need to pull up, champ. You need to pull up back. Coach, I'm going to sign up. Once I clear up, let's get it. Hold on, champ. I'm just saying what's up to everybody. Oh, man, we got a lot going on right now, man. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Give me 1 second. All right, we're back. I got my guy. We're putting some dope flooring on the ground. So I got my flooring guy here. He's gonna go ahead and hit that up. What's up, Coach Anthony? What's going on? Jay Rosas, what's going on? All right, bet. So let's go ahead and get started, guys. Like I said, as you can see, this is live, man. Raw and uncut, pause, right? So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start off with the basic boxing stance, the way I like to teach it. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, hold on, let me do one more thing. I see you, champ, my boy Tim, who came all the way from Brooklyn to train with me. I see you, my boy. All right. So the way that I like to teach it okay, is I usually use a line on the ground because I'm a big fan of the toe heel alignment, okay? So I see a lot of guys in their boxing stances and you got their foot over here, or you got guys that are standing like this. I'm not a big fan of that. Now, obviously there's no line, but let's just make believe there is. I'm gonna make believe there's a line directly between my legs, and I'm gonna go ahead and my toe and my heel are going to align. There's actually a line here in the ring that you can't see, but I can. And it's gonna be just like that. My toe and my heel align, okay? So that's the main thing, because that's what's gonna give you your balance, okay? If you have both feet on one side like this, something happens, you're gonna lose your balance. If you're like this, you're too square. So when we have that toe heel alignment, we're good. Now, I'm gonna get a little bit closer. I know you're not gonna be able to see my feet right now, but what I like to tell people is, okay, so if I got the toe heel alignment, which I'm gonna back up so you guys can see it, but instead of me just bringing my hands up from here, I'm gonna go ahead and blade my stance just a little bit, okay? So some people will call this a half a man, okay? If you guys like to stand in that shoulder roll, you can definitely go ahead and see that. But if we're in the regular boxing stance, the only thing that's gonna happen is the hand's gonna come up. Now, the reason for that is if I'm square, more of a target. Blade my stance a little bit more, a little bit less of a target. Also, what I like about it, it gives me like a little bit extra on my jab. It gives me just a little bit extra on my jab. So example, if I'm here, right, I got my jab from here, me going like this, gives me just a little bit more on my jab. Now, what I will tell you is this: you're gonna square up in different moments of your boxing. You're not always gonna be perfectly bladed. You're not gonna be in that perfect half a man the whole time. You'll be kind of robotic if you did that. However, from a starting point, this is a good starting point. Now, if I decide to go here, 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 and start squaring up to throw other punches, that will happen, but that's not where I like to start people. I like to start people with the best foundation possible, okay? So anyway, that's a lot right there, but back to the stance, okay? So we have the toe heel alignment, okay? Hopefully you guys can see this, you know what I mean, from the way you guys are at. Another thing you don't guys want to do is have both of your feet together. You see what I mean? Or just shoulder width. So you'll hear a lot of guys say, just keep your feet shoulder width. Me personally, I like the feet a little wider than shoulder width, right? Because when I'm a little bit wider than shoulder width, it actually gives me a little better balance, okay? Now, you've heard the terminology 60-40, right? 60% back foot, 40% front foot. I like that. So we're here. I put a little bit of weight on my back leg. Okay, and I'm here. So now I have that good balance, right? So I stand directly in front of here. I'm here. Okay. Now back to this. A couple of key points that I did not bring up just yet. The front foot, if we had a clock, right, and we were looking at a regular clock, the front foot is pointed at 1 o'clock. Okay, so my front foot isn't straight, it's slightly turned toward 1 o'clock. Okay, if this was a clock. Okay, my back foot is somewhere pointed toward 3 o'clock. Okay, so it's like, it could be 3, it could be like a little bit between 2-ish and 3, but it's somewhere in that area. Me personally is closer to 3. So the foot is 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and it looks like this. See my feet, how they are? So now I got my 60-40 stance, my hands are up. Now people are gonna ask me, well, how about the hand positioning? Well, me personally, from a starting point, I like the lead hand slightly higher than the right hand. Okay, so for me, when I'm in a boxing stance, if I show you from the side, this hand is slightly higher, this hand is right here, okay, and I keep it on the right side of my cheek, slightly open, because of course we're going to be catching stuff like this, and this hand's a little bit higher, easy to block that right hand, and if it drops to a good position, which is somewhere around the shoulder, okay? Elbows are in. You don't want this. Elbows are in. Okay, so if I back up, this is my starting point. This is my starting point. This is my starting point. Okay, so I'm here. Another key thing is I like the back foot on the ball slightly. So I keep that back foot on the ball. I don't keep it flat. I've seen people say that the back foot should be flat. Me personally, I like the back foot to be on the ball of the foot because I'm about getting in and out as quick as possible. And if my foot is flat, I feel like I'm a little bit stuck to the mud, right? So me, being a guy who likes to move a little bit, right? I want that back foot to spring off of that. You see what I'm saying? So for me, I like the back foot slightly on the ball. Front foot stays flat for the most part, unless I'm using my footwork to shuffle and do different things. Okay? So, to go over everything I just said, see how simple boxing is, but how complicated it can be? You know what I mean? It's simple, but at the same time, it's complicated because I can tell you, there's so many people out there that get the stance wrong. And then if the stance is wrong, you can't build on that, right? So, again, I am here, toe heel alignment, okay, 60-40. Lead hand is slightly higher than the rear hand. And this is my starting point, y'all. This isn't where I'm gonna be for the rest of my boxing career, but it's a good starting point. It's a good starting point, okay? The hand stays slightly open to keep the relaxation. Because if I'm tense, right, I'm not going to be relaxed. And in boxing, you want to be relaxed. So I keep the hands slightly open. And then when I throw my punches, they get closed as I throw my punches, okay? So everything's nice and relaxed. And I'm right here. I'm right here. And you notice how I do this with this hand? That's just a habit that I learned over the years, just as a reminder to keep that hand up. So I'm here, that hand is up, all right, that hand is up. All right, so I'm gonna see if you guys got any questions about the basic stance. I'm about to read the comments right now. Any questions? If you guys ain't got no questions, I'm just gonna keep on flowing, guys. It looks like nobody's really asking any questions. I'll give you guys a few seconds to go ahead and jump in this. All right, no questions yet. I'm not jumping outside of what this topic's about. So if you start asking different things, like I seen my boy ask for head movement, I'm not doing that today. We're keeping the lesson today. Basic boxing fundamentals. We got, 29 more episodes to go for the month of November. Okay, I'm bringing something different every single day. So hit that bell notification, like the video, okay? And you're more than welcome to drop questions inside of the comment section when the video's done or whatnot, or even here with requests and different things that you may want to learn. But as of right now, I'm keeping it right here. So we got the basic stance, okay? So this is perfect for my beginners. If you got mad knowledge already and you're like, man, coach, I know all this stuff, man. I ain't trying to hear none of this stuff. Then, hey, brother, wait till the next one, and I got you on that one, okay? But for right now, this is for my people who either love boxing fundamentals or you're a beginner and you want to know how to do this stuff. So when you come down to my gym, you already know, right? So, okay. We're there. The next thing we're gonna focus now is on punching, right? So we're gonna focus on the number one punch in boxing, which is what? Drop it in the comments. You know it's the jab, right? Of course it's the jab. All right, if you said the jab, shout out to you. You said the jab. Y'all see you. You said the jab in your head. And you ain't right it, but you said it. All right, perfect. So check it out. The jab is the lead hand. I've already had like 10 new members coming to this gym who never boxed before. I taught them the one, I taught them the two, and then I'll say jab, and they'll throw the right hand. Or they'll throw the straight left hand if they're a southpaw, right? The jab is always the lead hand. It's never the rear hand, okay? You don't throw a jab like this, your jab comes out like this, right? So, the way we're gonna learn it, first day in the gym textbook, is gonna be as if you had a cup of water in your hand and you're pouring it out. Cup of water, pouring it out. Cup of water, pouring it out, right? I don't over twist, just enough to pour it out. Now my fists are closed, boom. Okay, now notice, I keep my elbows in, everything's nice and tight. Boom, okay? Now, when I leave it out there, boom, notice where my chin's at. Automatic, without no extra stuff. Look, that's all from the shoulder. I'm not forcing my neck to it. I ain't doing none of that. Boom, okay? Boom, okay? So if I throw it faster, whop, whop. I'm not even gonna step yet because we ain't there yet. Whop, 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 whop. You don't see the chin locking there, but if I do it, if I do it quick, whop, 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 right? But if I stop it, it's there. Why would it be there? Somebody comes with that overhand right or something, my chin's already there, it gives me a little extra protection. That's why I think I forgot to mention, keep your chin down. Very important. You don't want to be one of these boxers like this, all right? That chin's got to stay down. Okay, some guys actually got to put a tennis ball or something under their chin to keep their chin down. Me, it's not an issue. Bop, bop. Okay, so that's your jab from the upper body standpoint. Boom. Okay, so now look at the lower body. I'm here in my stance. If I am not stepping, I naturally will go like this. All right? So to prevent this, where we're falling forward, I'm gonna step with the front foot. So I'm here, boom, 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 okay? Boom, boom. I'm facing you, boom, boom, boom. I'm here, boom, 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 okay? So we got that. I call that a half step. You're stepping with just the front foot. That is, in a lot of ways, a training tool. We're gonna get into the footwork aspect. You do have to learn how to throw your jab without stepping though. So let's just say I'm here, bop, bop, bop. See, I can do it without stepping. Bop, bop, then I can step. Bop, bop, I can step. Bop, bop, you can do both. Okay, so there you go. The next punch will be the straight right hand or the cross. I believe that, I forget the real reason why they call it a cross, truthfully. My man Billy Briscoe was educating me one time on why they called it a cross. It was something about crossing over the jab, if I'm not mistaken. However, straight right hand or the straight left hand, the cross, whatever. If you're a southpaw, it would be this. If you're orthodox, it's this, okay? Same thing for the most part. Okay, so straight rear hand, whatever you want to call it. It's just like the jab. We're gonna pour out the water. Okay, so if I'm in my stance, bang. Only difference is now I'm putting out the cigarette on the ground with my lower hand, lower half of my body rotating the knee, rotating the hip. I'm here, I'll show you from this angle. Bang. Here. Bang. Here. Bang. Okay? Now what's cool about that is when you do throw that shot, you don't want to lean over your body. Okay? Oh, another thing is, it's called a cross, but you're not crossing your body. The shot is going straight. Okay? So it's exactly like a jab from the rear side. However, you're going to just rotate your hips, your knee, your torso, all of it together. All right? So, I'm here. Wow. 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 Okay, so that's my cross. Another thing, look at the chin. Behind the shoulder. All right, I'm here. I'm here. All right, I am no longer here. My chin isn't up. And my opposite hand stays up as I throw. That's another major thing. When you throw your jab, your rear hand is up. When you throw your cross, your lead hand is up. You don't do this and get caught on that side, and you don't do this and get caught on that side. Very common mistakes that I see. Guys will be like, ah. Guys will be like, ah, right? The boxing stance is made to defend as you throw. Okay, so you want to make sure that opposite hand stays up as you're throwing your punch. Okay, so that's your jab and that's your cross. If you have any questions about what I just said, drop them in the comments. I'm going to go ahead and take a look. All right. So it's 1 o'clock or 3 o'clock for the foot placement. Yes, your front foot is 1 o'clock. Your back foot is 3 o'clock. Watching this from PL. Not sure where PL is. Much respect. I guess that's Philippines. If that's the Philippines, shout out to you. When you're in your basic boxing stance, how far are you sitting down? That's a good question. So I'll go ahead and address that. I might have to hide the comment. Might have to hide, maybe not. So look, I'm in my stance. If my legs were locked, okay, that's my knees locked. Okay, pause. My legs are locked. I'm just sitting slightly. That's it. You don't gotta be down here. All right? Slightly. Maybe I should have covered that in the beginning with the stance. Okay? So if I move the comment over, so you guys can see that the comment might be blocking a little bit. I'm here. Legs are locked. Boom. Okay, so if I'm 6 feet, I'm probably 5'10" now. If I'm 5'10", I'm probably like 5'9", something like that, 5'8" now. Okay, And that's it. We're not squatting. All right? We're just dropping right here. That's it. All right? I'm just trying to catch some of these questions, guys. Gary Groover, yes, sir. When throwing the jab, do you prefer your fighters to push off the rear foot or step with the front foot? Okay, so I haven't really gotten that far yet. So what I'm gonna do now is move right into the footwork segment of this boxing stand, of this episode, I should say. So before I go ahead and talk about stepping or pushing off with the back foot, we have to understand footwork. And a lot of guys out there, like I said, this is for pure beginners or for my boxing enthusiasts who love fundamentals. Okay? So I'm in my boxing stance. I am here. Coach Anthony might have to take my name off of there. Okay, but anyway, here we go. Where can I stand where you guys can actually see? All right, I'm here, guys. I feel like I'm far away, but doing the best I can with what I got right now. All right, so when I step forward, again, ball from the back foot. My hands are gonna be down for this, just so you can see the feet. Front foot, then the back. 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 That's going forward, right? If I do it from the side, front foot, then the back. Front foot, then the back. Now, the key is you don't want to bring those feet together, right? So I'm here. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Okay? I'm going backwards. It's bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Okay, so I'm here. Hands up. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. I'm here. So heel alignment. Ball on the back foot. Bop, bop. Feet don't come too close. I keep this separation. This separation right here. It's my balance. Alright? We ain't even talking about rhythm yet. This is my balance. Alright? So now, we talked about jabbing with the step, right? So we talked about this. Pop. As a training tool to teach you how to put this together as one unit. All right, but look at the feet now. All right, so if I go, look how wide my feet are, right? So one might say, that's bad, right? Because, I mean, but we're not gonna stay here. We're gonna bring that back, right? Also, if I'm jabbing to drive you back or step around you, I am going to just bring the back foot with me whichever direction I go. So if I'm going forward, I'm trying to find a good spot. If I'm going forward, it's pop, pop, pop. See the back foot goes. So if I went bing, come back, or I go bing, 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 bing. As the foot's coming up, the hand's coming back. Bing, 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 bing. Okay? So that is how you would throw a jab stepping forward. So if I got a guy in the gym for the first day, we're going to walk down the line. And it's simply going to be bop, bop. Bop, 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 bop. We go backwards, back foot goes first, jab comes out. Bop, 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 bop. That's that coordination. Bop, 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 So if I'm doing it in full speed, I guess you can say I'm pushing off the back foot for the jab. I never put that much thought into it. I know a lot of people talk about it, but yeah, I'm pushing off a little bit. It just depends, you know? It also depends what kind of jab I'm throwing. You know what I mean? Because I might not even step with the jab, you know? Because there's a whole nother way to do this. But I'm not going to go into all of that today. So there's a whole bunch of other stuff that I like to teach regarding the basic fundamentals, but this is pretty basic right here. All right, let me see what other questions you guys got. We're watching Malik and Ricky from Germany. Thank you so much. We're watching from Japan. Thank you so much for these videos. Shout out to you guys. Any questions? Any questions like any question that you guys have that have nothing to do with the basic fundamentals, please drop it in the comment section when I cut the live stream off so I can see which ones I want to talk about. This is No Days Off November. So for you guys who are new to this channel, you know, welcome. And for those of you guys who are unaware of what I'm actually doing, I am going live every single day for the month of November. We call it No Days Off November, where we'll be tackling different topics like what you're looking at now, which is basic fundamentals, okay? Other days might be boxing Q&As with random demonstrations. Other days might be nutrition, how to set up your diet. Another day might be your mindset. Another day might be how to prepare for your first fight. So there's all different things that we're going to talk about over the course of the next 30 days. So please just leave whatever you're interested in. And if there's something that really highlights to me, that pops out to me, I'll be more than glad to talk about it on one of the future live streams. But don't do it in the chat right now. Do it in the comment section when the live stream gets cut off, so I can go back and review it, because it's hard for me to go back into the chat once I cut the live stream off, okay? The only questions I'm going to be talking to people today is whatever I'm talking about today, which is basic jab, basic cross, basic footwork. All right, so now we already talked about the jab, we already talked about the cross, so we got to put it together. We got to put it together, which is a jab and a cross, right? So if I am throwing my jab, and I am throwing my cross, all right, when I let it go together, it's Now the thing is, when you're crossing those punches, bang, when this one gets about halfway, I'm releasing this. See it? Bang. As this is coming back, this is being released. This stays up when this is thrown. This stays up and pop. Jab and cross them like that. Don't cross your arms. Pop and pop. Okay? The cross or the straight right hand or the straight left hand is always best landed when the jab either hits your opponent or damn near hits your opponent. Because this is the rangefinder, right? When I throw this, if a guy catches it here or if they get hit with it here, I know where they are, bang, I bring that cross right behind it. So if I'm trying to step to somebody with it, a good way to work on the line is to learn to step with the back foot. So example, I am here. When I throw that jab, it's pop, And then when I throw that cross, it's pop. Okay? Pop, and then it's pop. So if I do a little faster, it's pop, pop. This is what you don't want to do. You don't want to bring your feet together when you do that. So you don't want to do this. Pop, pop, and now your feet look like this, which is very, very common for a lot of beginners out there. So what you want to make sure you do is this. Pop, pop, very small step. Okay? Pop, pop. So now if I'm working down the line, it'll be boom, 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 boom. And that'll be that. Probably have you guys roll, shuffle, depending on your level, right? Moving around, different things we can do. All right, any questions on that? Coach, what can you say regarding generating power on your jab and cross? Is something focused on pulling rather than pushing? Well, I mean, when you're throwing your punches, you're generating power from the lower half of your body and your upper half of your body together as one unit. So when I'm throwing the jab, there's a certain amount of snap that has to come from the shoulder. When I'm throwing the cross, the same idea. But then, when I'm throwing the cross, the waist, the hips, the knees, everything works together with the snap of the shoulder. The jab, the step, with the snap of the shoulder and the force stepping in is what's going to give you power on the jab. So the key is learning how to use the lower half of your body and the upper half together as one. So it's like, pop, and then you got boom. If I do it quick, it's pop, pop, okay? Notice the hands come straight back when I'm done punching, okay? So it's pop, pop. Okay, now, you have to get that to get power on the cross. You have to get that to get power on the jab. The lower half and the upper half are working together as one. You're not pushing, you're snapping. How do you feel about a 1-2 versus full extension on the punch? It's okay to throw short punches. Yeah, it's okay to throw short punches. You just have to make sure that you're experienced enough to get snapped. Like I've seen guys like, this is going outside. I've seen guys like Floyd get snapped on like an upside down cross when he's in that shoulder roll. He'll be like, boom, and he'll catch you. Right? I've seen guys do the same things to the body. They'll pin a guy, bang, and they'll throw that. Those are advanced moves that I wouldn't recommend you do as a beginner. But I've seen it happen. You could throw a short jab, bop, bop, You could throw a short jab, bop, or a long jab. But it really just depends if you understand, if you have the skill set to snap, snap, snap. It's the same thing with the hooks and the uppercuts, man. You could throw short hooks, short uppercuts, and then you can extend them. That's something that comes with experience and time. Learning how to manage your distance with your punches, you know what I'm saying? Learning how to do that comes with just being able to generate that force. And the way you learn that is through repetition. So it's a slight bend in the knee when throwing the cross. Yeah, it's right here, champ. Check it out. I'm already bent at the knees. So is turning. I'm turning. I'm not sinking in as I throw the cross, right? I'm at a good spot. Bang, I'm already there. Bang, I'm already there. It's not a slight bend. I'm not doing that. I'm already here. My knees are already bent. Boom, my knees are already bent. You see it? My front knees bent too. Bang, if I throw a hook, front knees bent. Cross, front knees bent. So the knees are already bent. John Garcia, what up, coach? What's going on, champ? How do I put my elbows in a strong position, snapping? Not sure what you mean. I mean, my stance is already here. So the snap is coming from just knowing how to twist and shoot your shot and bring it right back. Not pushing, not trying to punch all the way through. But the elbows, I mean, I don't know what you mean by putting in a strong position. They should already be in a relaxed position, if anything. But at the same time, sturdy enough that if you have to catch something, you can catch it. But you're not like holding on real tight, because then you're gonna be tense. So what you wanna do is just be relaxed, but at the same time sturdy, because hooks are coming, right hands are coming. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you gotta be relaxed. While we're on the topic of the basic, can you explain the difference between a jab doing damage and a jab finding range? Well, I mean, this would be really cool if I had a partner like Eddie or somebody who I'm gonna have here to be a demonstrating partner for some of this stuff. But you can find range with the jab that you're looking to do damage with. You can do damage with a jab that you wasn't necessarily trying to do damage with, because it's just the punch, the knuckles landing at the right spot. Like if I hit you in the bridge, hit you in the nose, the top of the nose, under the eye, whatever. Even if I throw one like pop, like that's gonna hurt. Like if I hit you clean, you know what I mean? So for me, if you're focusing on damage, you're obviously gonna throw the shot harder with a step, most likely, right? So most likely I'm gonna just step in, and I'm gonna try to really drive that shot home. I'm gonna really try to drive that shot home. You know what I'm saying? With some real intent. Boom, some real intent. However, if I'm looking to find range, I might just be like, pop. Sometimes you get lucky and hurt a guy with those though. But just put it out there and see if they catch it. Because when I throw that jab and they reach forward and catch it, if I'm touching something, whether it's the chest, the hand, I can kind of figure out if I need to take that second step or not. You know what I mean? Like if I throw the jab and a guy steps back and kind of catches it like that, as I'm throwing it, I know I need a second step because he took a step back. If the guy kind of just stands in one spot, boom, and just does one of these without stepping, and I'm already there, then I know I could turn that into a hook, or I know I could bring the right hand right behind it, and they might have to block it, or they might get caught, or they might have to drop, or whatever, but I know I'm there because they didn't take the second step. So it's the footwork also that's going to determine the distance. And I have to pay attention to what they're doing with their footwork. Are they stepping back? If they're not stepping back, I'm there already. All I got to do is let it go. No hesitation. So there we go, guys. I'm gonna keep it real simple right there. That's just your basic 1-2 basic stepping forward with your jab. I actually have a beginner boxing bundle that builds you from the ground up 1.0, builds you from the ground up 2.0, and my footwork drills, okay, which is gonna teach you lateral movement and how to do different things in there. And all three of those, you get all three for 47 bucks right now. Okay, the link's in the description. I could go ahead and drop it in the chat as well. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna be going live every single day for the month of November. I'm super excited to chop it up with you guys. We're gonna have a lot of dope topics. So I don't want to, burn myself out in my second day. You know what I mean? I made the mistake of doing like 3-4 hour lives in the past. This is round 4. It's my 4th year in a row doing this, for those who don't know. And man, after 4 hours of going live and then doing it again the next day, and then by day 10, I'm like, oh my God, I've still got 20 more days left. You kind of run out of ideas, right? So what I want to do is keep these live streams super informative, give you some good knowledge, something that you can take away from it, and see you guys the next day with a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of energy to give you guys as much value as possible. Guys, you already know where to go, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. I want to say thank you so much for all the love and support. I hope I brought you guys value today. If you guys want to learn more about boxing, check out my courses. And if you have a particular question that you really want to dive and hit home on, do it when I end the stream in the comment section, okay? And ask any questions you want. I'll go ahead and answer whatever questions I can answer, and I'll go ahead and highlight whatever ideas that I think will be a super dope topic. Again, thank you so much. You guys already know, boxing life.